guys, this is Murad Ali from Saudi Company and a Dusan certified trainer. Today we will discuss the auto idle system for X machine, hydraulic excavator. So let's go to the topic and open the slides. So the topic is auto idle function. Our course objectives will be, after completion of this course, the trainee will be able to know about what is the auto idle function, its component and its location. How does this system work hydraulically and electrically? First of all, what is the function? The function of auto idle system is to bring engine RPM to idle automatically. After 4 seconds, the operator leaves the joystick. What is the advantage? The advantage is to reduce the fuel consumption and to enhance the system life. Now, the major components and valves work for this system are PA and PT switch, pilot pressure, and EPOS, throttle controller, and engine control motor. These are the main parts of the auto idle system. Okay, so now we'll discuss the component location. In the components, we discussed that we have PA and PT switch. PA-PT switch are located at the MCV and at the swing motor. In the old model, both PA and PT switch were located at the MCV. But nowadays, in the new model, the PT switch is at the MCV and the PA switch is located at the swing motor. Then PA-PT orifice. We also have PA-PT orifice. So this is the PA and PT orifice. EPOS throttle controller and the engine control motor we will discuss in electrical side in the coming slides. Now this is the PA-PT orifice. Its location on the MCV is this one. What is the function of the PA-PT orifice? Actually, here we have 3 orifices. 1, 2, and 3. These orifices for different function. This one is called the PT orifice. This is called the PA orifice. And the last one, this is called the TS orifice. Now, as we know that what is the function of the orifice? Function of the orifice is either to control the flow or to build up the pressure. So here what we need to increase we need to build up the pressure for the pressure switches. Now what are the pressure switches? Here you can see that this system contains 2 pressure switches. One is PT and another is PA switch. Now what is PA and what is PT? PA switch is work for auto idle system for boom, bucket, arm, swing and option. PT is working for travels only, left travel, right travel or both travels only. And this is the PT orifice, this is the PA orifice and this is the TS orifice. Here you can see that the pilot pressure comes through here and then this is one orifice, then this is another orifice and this is the other orifice, TS. PT, PA and TS orifice. Now before going onward, let's discuss the pressure switches. Here, what is pressure switch? A pressure signal actuates the unit to make or break an electric contact. Now here you can see this is the pressure switch. This is the pressure switch. Now why it is called the pressure switch? Because it is working on the pressure. What is the function? It connects and disconnects the ground from EPOS through the pressure switch. Now how it connect and disconnect the ground from the EPOS? It is by the pressure. Here you see this 19 bar, here also 19 bar. So it means that if the pressure is more than 19 bar, this switch will be closed. But if the pressure is less than 19 bar, then this switch will be open, and that is the normal condition for this switch. Actually, there are two types of pressure switches. One is normally open and another is normally closed. So the pressure switch we are using for the auto idle system are normally open switches. So when the pressure is less than 19 bar, which pressure is this? This is keep in mind, this is the auto idle. Sorry, the pilot pressure. Okay, coming from the pilot pump. This pressure, if less than 19 bar, then this switch is open. Open means it disconnects the ground from the EPOS. And when this pressure is more than 19 bar, it close and connect this ground to EPOS. Now, when it connects EPOS, ground to the EPOS or disconnect ground to the EPOS, then what happens? When it connects the ground to the EPOS, the ground signal comes to the EPOS. So EPOS comes to know that now operator has started work. So then EPOS sends signal to the throttle controller, and the throttle controller then sends signal to the engine control motor, and the engine control motor either retract or release the cable for RPM. So in this way, the engine RPM controls either increase or decrease. When you are not working, machine idle, it decrease. But when you start work, it going to increase. So this is the shortcut for understanding how the auto idle system is working. Now, here we will discuss that how the pressure goes above 19 and how the pressure comes below 19. This will be the topic during this slide. So you can see that this pink color, this is the pilot pump, and from the pilot pump the oil comes and then it distributes into, this is pilot pump, and the oil comes from the pilot pump coming to the PAPT orifice. As we discussed earlier, we have three orifices: PA, PT, and TS. This oil will go to everywhere. So if we trace out this line is going to each spool and then coming back to the return. This is the return line to tank. This is the return line to tank. So it is going to tank. Similarly, this is PT passing through the travel spool and going to another travel spool and then coming back to the return line and going to tank. The final one, this is going to the TS, and then from TS pass through the travel left, right left spool, and then merge to the tank line, and then going to tank. So we know that when the flow is open to tank, the pressure normally remain low or zero. So in this case, the pressure is low, less than 19 bar. Here you can see this is the hydraulic schematic of the X225. This is the MCV. MCV has many spools for different functions. Here I want to show you one thing. If you check any spool, with every spool here is an extra. There is an extra small spool connected with the main spool. Now this small spool is specially for the auto idle system. Now how does it work? When the operator doesn't operate the machine and he does not touch the joystick, then all the spools, either boom, bucket, arm, whatever is the spool, that remain in the neutral position. So when the spool is in the neutral position, this flow, which we discussed, that it is coming from the pilot pump and then going to each spool. If the spool is in the neutral position, then this flow can pass through the middle, because you see here this small spool also have three positions, 1, 2 and 3. This position and this position both are blocked, but the middle position is open. Now if the spool is in neutral position, then this flow pass through the middle line and open, and then go to another one, passing through each one and coming to other side and passing through all the spools, and then finally merge into the tank line. And similarly for the travel as well. Travel also have three positions, and one is open, middle one is open. So in this case, when the machine is idle, all these lines are open to tank. So there is very low pressure, which is less than 19 bar. So when the pressure is less than 19 bar, then this switch or this switch remain open. So when it remains open, then what happens? When it remains open, then here the pressure is very low, means less than 19 bar. So we discussed in the previous slide that if it is less than 19 bar, it will disconnect this ground from the EPOS, and EPOS will ask throttle controller to reduce the engine RPM to idle 1100, and throttle controller will ask the engine control motor to release the cable and to retract the cable, so the RPM will come to idle. And similarly, if you want to move any spool, either boom, bucket, arm, swing, travel, whatever, then the spool will move. When the spool move, then the small spool will also move. When the small spool move, either this position or this position will come here, and it will block the oil flow. So we know that when we block the oil flow, the pressure normally increase. So when the pressure increase, it will go above 19 bar. You can see here, it will go above 19 bar. And we discuss that if the pressure go above 19 bar, this pressure switch will close and it will connect the ground to the EPOS, and EPOS will come to know that no operator has started the work. So EPOS will ask throttle controller to increase the RPM, and throttle controller will ask the engine motor control motor to increase the engine RPM, and now RPM will go high. So in this way, the engine RPM increase and decrease for the auto idle function. Now PA pressure and PT pressure. PA pressure is working for auto idle system, obviously that we are discussing, and travel state. Travel state and auto speed travel we will discuss in the next video. It's also working for the swing brake release, the PA pressure. Similarly, PT pressure is working for the auto idle, for travel state, and for the auto speed travel. You know there are three position for the machine speed. One is low, one is high manual, and one is automatic. So this PT pressure working also for the auto travel speed. Now let's go to the electrical side of the auto idle system. What we discussed here. This is the electrical schematic of the auto idle of the excavator. This is the PY switch, which we also known as PT. PY and PT is same. PX and PA is same. So PY and PT is same. This is working for travel. Now this switch, when this is a normal condition, and we said that it is open in the normal condition. So this line gives signal to the EPOS. This is EPOS. This EPOS, when it is getting signal and when it doesn't get the signal, it will take action, because we know that it is the EPOS is working on logics. So when it doesn't receive the ground signal, it comes to know that engine the operator now doesn't want to operate the machine. So machine is in the idle. So it reduces the engine RPM. But when the pressure goes high and it gets the ground signal, it comes to know that no operator has started work. So let's increase the engine RPM. Similarly, PX pressure switch, which is also called PA switch. So this PA switch is working for auto idle. Now, how does it work? And how when we discussed that the major components, throttle controller and the engine control motor also. So how EPOS interface with the throttle controller and with the engine control motor. So this one is the throttle controller, and this one is the engine control motor, and this is the dialer, which from where we adjust the engine RPM. So when this switch is open and this EPOS doesn't get the ground signal, here you can see the different working mode: economy mode, standard mode, auto idle, working mode, and overheating mode. So here we will discuss the auto idle mode only. So when this switch is open and EPOS doesn't get the ground signal, the EPOS will not send any voltage signal. The EPOS will not send any voltage signal to the throttle controller. So as we discussed, it's all working on the logics. So when this throttle controller doesn't get any signal through this line, which is used for auto idle, will ask the engine control motor to reduce the engine RPM to 1100. And similarly, when it flows through pressure, the EPOS will get the ground signal, and then EPOS will send a voltage signal, almost 10 volt, through this line to the throttle controller. Then throttle controller will come to know that now the EPOS want to increase the engine RPM, then the throttle controller will send the signal to the engine control motor to increase the engine RPM. So the engine RPM will go high. So in this way, this is the electrical system, and in electrical system, we have a pressure switch which is used for connecting and disconnecting the ground to EPOS. Then EPOS through this line interface with the throttle controller, and then throttle controller from this through this signal connects the engine control motor, and engine control motor increase or decrease the engine RPM according to the machine condition. Machine is in idle or machine is in the working mode. If it is idle, it will reduce the engine RPM. If it is in working mode, it will increase the engine RPM. So here the same, I repeat that if this pressure switch is open, then it means the machine is in idle, and if this switch is closed, it means the machine is in the working condition. So this is electrical and hydraulic. Now, what is the summary of the session we discussed so far? Summary function. Function of auto idle system is to bring the engine RPM to idle 1100. After 4 seconds, the operator leaves the joystick. This is the function. And similar and vice versa. When engine start operating the machine, the auto idle system will take the RPM back to the maximum when it is from 1100 to maximum. Advantage, it reduce the fuel consumption and increase the system life. Location of the components, the PT switch, PS switch is PS switch is used for boom, bucket, arm, swing, and option, and is located at MCV for old models and at the swing models for the swing device for the new models. PT switch is used for both travels and located at the MCV for old and new both models. Working condition, working principle, PA and PT both switches are normally open, means less at pressure less than 19 bar. And at this pressure, it disconnect ground to EPOS. Then EPOS will take action and will send command to a throttle controller to adjust the engine RPM. Throttle controller will, from getting signal from the EPOS, it will also give command to the engine control motor, and engine control motor will bring the RPM back to 1100, which is called idle RPM. Now, PT switch is also used for auto travel speed selection by EPOS. So as I mentioned earlier, that auto travel speed and the TS travel state spool function we will discuss in the next video. Related to the TS function, most of our technicians they are confused. They think that the TS spool activates when we start traveling the machine in the straight path. But actually, this is not the case. We will discuss it in the next video. So keep watching the videos and wait for another one. So this is the session. If you have any question, you can send me your question by email. You can see on the screen my email ID. You can send your question through this email, and I will welcome your question and will reply to you with the question answer. So thank you and see you in the next session. Till then, bye bye.